Oh, there we go.
Oh,
We are. Wait, no, that's not the. Wait, no. Oh, that's not. Hey, wait. Oh.
We're not.
It
There
sounds like
it is.
someone was having a fight, and we accidentally were listening in on it.
I've been trying to do a thing where I do drops, and I played a drop instead of the intro, and the volume was all fucked up. So that was not smooth. But we are starting the show now. Yeah.
Not during Christmas time.
Right.
Nope.
No.
Love is in the air.
Yup. And on my shoe a little bit too.
Oh, I was totally going to call my dad today.
Yeah.
I was going to call your dad as well.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
There you go. Your wife is tuning in. Look at that.
Hey, producer Amy on the YouTube chat says hello.
Hello,
Right.
producer Amy.
Yeah, one of our listeners wrote this for us.
Okay.
The amazing Joel,
Right.
and we love this intro.
Yep. Love
Shout
the
out,
intro.
Joel. You're a
I
good
was
man.
wondering what we were listening to.
Joe rocks, dude. Love you,
Is
Joel.
that an original?
All right, we got one viewer at least.
Yes. This is the Love Gurus podcast. Thank you for listening. Joel on YouTube says hello. Hello,
Hi,
Joel, and
Joel.
thank you as always for writing the
you.
intro song. We're going to take ridiculous dating questions from the wild animals on Reddit and hopefully from you out there listening. So if you're listening to this on any streaming services, watch it live every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, because then you can ask questions, you can give comments in the chat. But for right now, Suzanne, how was your week?
Yeah, it's been great. I felt like I had something great to share with the group, but it escapes me now. So, but that's okay. Other than I haven't.
That was an awesome fucking story, dude.
I haven't gotten punched in the face this week. Which
Oh!
result?
You mean no one saw you do stand-up?
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah, I guess the people that have seen me this week deemed me uninteresting, and it wasn't enough to get punched in the face.
See, that's worse. You want some sort of reaction, whether it's anger
Yeah.
or disappointment, but you want, not indifference.
At least if
Yeah.
I get punched in the face, I'm like, oh, I'm just before my time.
Yep.
I'm like Richard
No.
Pryor in that weird little sandwich shop special at 69. And I'm going to be headlining on the Sunset Strip 15 years later.
Yeah.
But if they're just sort of like, yeah, this is fucking, whatever.
Yeah,
You're either
if-
right before your time or way after your
Yeah,
time.
that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
yeah, if
He's
you're
doing
not
the same
writing-
homophobic material now. Crack.
Yeah, if you're not riding the subway at home and you're like, I'm pretty sure my kneecap's broken. Yeah, I think that's pretty shit.
Did you get punched in the face recently?
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I wish I would love to get punched straight in the face by a stranger, not by someone I know, because I don't know if I'd be able to let it go.
Have you ever
But,
been punched in the face?
yeah, when I was little by my brothers.
Oh, okay.
But I would like to get punched in the face by a stranger. And then, as long as medical help was right there, because then I could get the nose job that I've desperately wanted ever since
there
I
you
was
go.
7.
Making
and I
plans.
could get have the insurance pay for my plastic surgery.
Ooh.
So basically, I get a nose job, and then I get to go on to Love Island.
I
I wish
I'm
someone
pretty
would
sure
punch
that's
me
how
in
it
the
works.
dick,
Fund me
dude.
yourself.
Yeah.
I was quick. Kick square in the dick. I need an extra 7 inches. Yeah. Uh-huh. Medically speaking, I need girth as well.
Right.
I need. No, yeah, okay. I think this could be a possible business venture for us.
Okay.
If we're not rich by podcasting this time next year, what we do is we start a business.
I already
where
know. I already know we're gonna call it. But go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Because I only have the genius business idea, not the name.
Right.
We have people hire us in secret, not being recorded, for cash. We're not going to Michael Avenatti this fucking thing and
No,
go to
of
prison
course
for 2 decades or whatever.
Yeah.
No, we will get people to hire us, put on masks, run up, punch them in whatever body part they need work on. But we make sure they have insurance,
Right.
or they do. That's their fucking
Oh,
problem.
that's
not ours, honestly.
that's part of the vetting.
And
Right.
if you
Yeah,
pay
yeah.
extra, we'll yell, "This is MAGA country."
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be like Josie Smollett.
Yeah.
But all
Yeah.
diversity.
The
The
we'll
diverse
yell
version.
any slurs you want, and that we hate the show Empire.
Right.
And we will assault you in whatever part of Chicago you want, like all MAGA people do.
Right.
And, hanging out in inner city
And we
Chicago
won't
late
get
at night.
caught. We'll
Yes.
cover up well.
Being able to spot cast members from the show Empire from 3 blocks away, like all white supremacists do. No, but we will do any of that to get you either, I was thinking surgery, but could be a raise on your TV show on Empire, whatever it is.
Or
We
if
don't,
you
we
just
don't care
needed
what
to
your
come.
we don't care what your angle is.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
I don't
Bobby
Or if you want
says,
just
maybe
some
if
time
it's
off work, like it might just be
Yeah.
some Joe Schmo, you know, like
Right.
take the paid sick leave.
This could be for trivial things,
like,
you know?
I mean, it doesn't have to be celebrities; it could be for anybody.
You could be trying to get out on an anniversary dinner. You could be trying to get out of going to meet the in-laws
Or
for
your
Christmas. I don't give a shit.
Conferences you have to go to.
Yeah. I almost made it to the PTA meeting, but two who it seemed like podcasters in ski masks yelled, "This is MAGA country," and beat me up. I can't make it to the PTA.
Yeah. So, and our business that we are going to establish is going to be called "You'll Thank Us Later."
Yeah,
Catchy.
that's right. But you won't thank us on paper because we're not Michael Avenatti. That's right. That's right. You know who else is not Michael Avenatti? Our two amazing guests this week.
Yeah.
Yes.
First up, he is a returning guest, a
Oh.
hilarious stand-up comic, Mr. Bobby Sheehan. Thank you for being on the show.
I'm just laughing because I thought you said he's a retarded guest.
Yeah.
That's fine.
He's
It's not-
special.
Not the credit I would have asked for, but that's cool.
It's not what we call him now in 2022.
Yeah, maybe
He's
you
a-
didn't ask for it, but again,
Yeah.
you'll thank us later.
Right,
Okay.
He's a differently abled guest.
Right.
Is Bobby
Or
Sheehan.
a special guest as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
hell dude.
special guest.
Special guest.
Special guest. Yeah.
Dude. It's good to be back. I'm covered in dog hair.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like all guests on our podcast. You know, we got dogs. They shed all over the place, man. An impressive amount for little dogs, too.
Yeah.
It really is wild. But tell them where they can find you.
They could find me on Twitter and Instagram, Bobby Sheehan LOL. And if you want to listen to a saucy podcast, you could find us wherever podcasts are sold at Just Some Locker Room Talk. Give me $5 a month at patreon.com/JustSomeLockerRoomTalk. Please, I need this.
Oh, Joel on YouTube says, I thought I heard the same thing. Everybody thinks I said, we have a retarded guest.
And you
I don't
will
use that
have
kind of
an
language.
opinion of whether or not that is a true credit for me by the end of the episode.
But our second guest also has no learning disabilities everywhere. And he is also a hilarious stand-up comic, a first-time guest to the podcast,
Aw.
Mr. Alex Davenport. Thank
Thanks
you
for
for being on
having
the
me,
show.
everybody. Good to see everybody.
Absolutely, man. Thanks
Yeah.
for being on.
Yeah, I made the trek out to Astoria from Bushwick, but
Oh,
so did
nice.
Bobby,
That
yeah.
is a hike.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a hike
a little
for
bit.
both of you
Yeah,
That's a
guys.
hike.
little bit.
Thank you guys for coming all this
yeah.
way. Tell them where they can find you.
Alex D Comedy 09 on Instagram.
There we
That's
go.
a simple way to go. Yeah.
There we go. Alex D. Comedy on Instagram. All right.
Because he gives him the D, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
That's right.
exactly. Hell yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Fuck yeah.
The deep D, because he got kicked in the dick last year, so it's huge now. The insurance company paid for a new one, and he went with the big uns.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, we have a lot of really great questions this week. I would
right, we
say
do.
that if there was any kind of theme, it would just be betrayal. I would say a lot of
Cheating.
betrayal.
I like that.
You know, it's the Christmas spirit. People are
Shakespearean.
either
Getting
digging their
kicked in the
heels
dick.
in or just, getting leaving in the wagons. I don't know. That's
Nice.
Isn't there a phrase where you leave
leading in the
leave
wagons?
quickly in a wagon? But no.
That sounds
Wow.
like accidentally getting someone pregnant.
Yeah.
Oops, I left it in the wagon. Oopsie daisy. Now I'm going to be a father.
Like
That's
hurt
right.
the wagons. There's some phrase.
Are you thinking
about
of like on the wagon, off the
Yeah.
wagon?
No, it's like. Anyway,
All-
I probably just made it up in my head.
All Suzanne's sayings are like dirty Amish terms from like the 1800s.
He churned that butter on a Sunday.
You raised the barn dirty, you did. That's right. I don't know.
Have you ever framed such a large board? I don't know why it's a British accent. But,
I stuffed my wife's cotton yarn socks last night. Now we have a bun in the oven.
But yeah. So like I said, I would say that the loose theme for this week is betrayal.
Okay.
Nice. First question on the Love Gurus Podcast. People, if you got any questions to write them to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com, or even better, watch live every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the podcast. Click that button at the bottom there. We're going to take our first question from the Wild Animals on Reddit.
Here we go.
First question. Boyfriend put his boss on as the beneficiary. My boyfriend's 24 and I'm 21, and we've been dating for a year and a half. We've also known each other for 3 years, and have known our boss for the same amount of time. She is currently our friend. However, I know she used to like him around the time he began pursuing me.
Uh-oh.
By the way, the boss is 40. It's something I put in the past since he never liked her that way, and she stopped trying to be with him and found someone else. Today, my boyfriend let me know that he randomly got life insurance, and once he showed me the pages, I was confused as to why he put her as his beneficiary. I asked him why he didn't just add a family member instead or his mother, and he told me that he was thinking of putting me, but couldn't remember the year that I was born.
Yeah, dude! Greatest on-the-fly excuse for anything I've ever heard on this podcast. I fucking love that.
Baby, I love you. I just forget basic biographical information about you.
Was it 97, 96, 98? How was I supposed to figure that out?
Yeah. I said that I was still obviously confused why he added his boss on his life insurance when he could have easily added a family member instead. What should I do? So to give a quick summary, the boyfriend's 24. The person writing the question, she's 21. The boyfriend got life insurance, presumably through the company.
Right.
And instead of adding anyone that's conventional, I guess, in a life insurance sense, he adds his own boss, who is a 40-year-old female. Now,
Good for him. Go for the older women.
So it... Okay, so obviously,
Is he one of Cher's backup dancers? How old is this question?
No, I mean, the question's from this week. I mean,
okay. It's not Cher. It's too bad.
Yeah, so, I mean, if he's 24 and the boss is 40, I mean, that's a 16-year age gap. But it's not, it's not uncommon. I mean,
If
especially
I could turn
the other
back
way around.
time.
A 40-year-old man dating a 24-year-old woman, that's really common. So, anyway, but what's odd in this situation is the fact that he put the boss down. So in the event he dies, the boss would get his life insurance money instead of his mother, his nieces and nephews, or whatever. I mean, it's just such a weird. Obviously he's 24. He's probably healthy. There's no reason why he would die early. But it just
I can think of one now.
Oh
yeah.
I guess again, and then also maybe it's one of those life insurance policies that has the. I mean, they all have murder clauses, right? No.
Yeah,
I mean,
suicide clauses, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
I looked into my wife's. Man. They're ironclad.
But here's what I think happened in the situation. I feel like the boss just wanted to fuck with him, and he's just real dumb. And she's like, he's like, what do I put on this line? And she's like, just put my name and my birth date. That's it. Thanks. He's like, okay. And then he goes home, and his girlfriend's like, what the fuck? And he's just like, life insurance.
Yes, I agree. I was about to point this out. I hate to break this to you, ma'am. I know you're only 21. Sometimes it's hard to see it coming at such a young age. You're dating a dumb one. You're getting dumb up in you, all right? It ain't. I mean, this is because the thing is for one thing, having to put the boss on there, I'm like, if this guy is a time traveler from the 1920s and this is like a coal miner thing, you know what I mean? Like, if you put the boss's name on the life insurance policy, you sold your soul to the company store. Now, here's your paycheck. It's in script.
Yeah, like, I would definitely expect, like, Jimmy Stewart in It's a Wonderful Life to have put... I mean, but I guess that's a bad example because he worked for his family.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, back that era, you know, it's like, well, sure, I'm going to put the boss down on my life insurance because I live for this company. Like, that I would totally...
The mine collapsed, and it was Old Man Winthrop who had his name on all the life insurances.
Old Man Potter's life insurance on every single person's mortgage.
Now the families are out in the cold, and Old Man Winthrop's got another horse and buggy.
Yeah, so that would make sense. But I just feel like, and also the other thing I was going to say, when you fill out paperwork, especially things like life insurance through work, it's not like you have to fill it out in 15 minutes.
Nah,
they give you a minute.
Okay, but this guy's really dumb. He probably had 3 months, and then 2 months, 28 days, and 2 hours later, they were like, Jim, you have 15 minutes.
Right,
like, hurry the fuck up, dude.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I like that his thing was, I don't remember what year you were born in, which is I mean, it goes further into the theory that he's dumb because not only should you know the year your girlfriend was born, but if you don't, you could subtract her age from the current year.
Right.
Yeah.
It's actually very simple to do.
I mean, there's ways to figure this out.
Who's
You know?
getting attached to a job at 24 though? Like this attached to life insurance. Like, has anyone signed an insurance policy?
Yeah,
that early?
it just depends.
Yeah.
It depends, like, especially like if you work for like a bigger company.
I guess, yeah.
Like they would have, like, I've worked for places before that would give a life insurance or whatever, but it's always like a bigger company.
Alex is coming from the complete opposite
Yeah, like,
angle.
I
We're
don't
like,
have
he's
a
an
job. Like,
idiot.
well.
He's like, he has a job with life insurance. Lock this
living
one
the
down,
dream.
sister.
Right.
Wait,
I don't care whose name's on that.
Yeah.
They don't
fucking
just
thing.
give you your wages in like a wadded up envelope that's from under a refrigerator.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, so like for bigger, places. But again, it's just like, but in this situation, she's asking, well, what do I do? So because it's two things. One, she has an insecurity about the boss because the boss was after her boyfriend at some point,
And she sounds hot.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
Well,
That's
I think the boyfriend and the girlfriend are hot. Because if he's 24 and the 21-year-old wants to bang him and the 40-year-old wants to bang, you know what I mean? He's like,
this guy he's like John Hamm in that episode of 30 Rock where he's too handsome and no one tells him that he's wrong.
Yeah.
That's what this guy is probably a
but also
top
maybe
executive.
that's probably why he's so dumb is because he's just so pretty. It's like he goes into math and the teacher's like, you're right. The answer's totally 27.
You just sign up for the female professor's class, and then you get blown, and you get an A every time. Every time. That's all you need to do.
He just goes up to the teacher's desk. Hey, wait, this doesn't say an A like it normally does. And she's like, oh, you're right. I'll change it. Okay.
Daisy, sweet pea.
You look straight into my eyes, and I came.
That is really the interesting part of the question to me is that there's some sort of history with the boss lady.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'd be like, oh, yeah, he was like, you're giving me this piece of paper, I guess I'll write your info. But then when you add the little bit of sexiness to it, it's like, well, what's going on here?
Yeah, but it's also, one would think that once you get to 40, you're mature enough to be like, oh, okay, like I tried for it, it didn't happen. But then to do like a backdoor move in the sense of, oh, I'm gonna get him to sign me onto his life insurance. She either said it as she either said it as a joke. She had to have said it as a joke. There's no way it was intentional.
I think
to,
it
like,
was a
get
joke.
Back
Absolutely.
at the
Whoa.
21-year-old.
100%.
Oh, you could just put me down and I'll get all your money. And he's like, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm getting real blonde guy in Midnight Cowboy vibes off this
Very
fucking
much
dude.
like a Modern Family Dylan.
Yeah.
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 Right.
Or Woody in Cheers. This guy's definitely from a red state.
Yeah.
Definitely
but yeah.
is familiar with corn in some way.
So my final advice for this question
Oh
is
no, I was familiar with both kinds. The kind with the C, the kind with the K from the 90s. It was trashy. Yeah.
But yeah, so my final advice for this person is, listen, you're obviously insecure about your boyfriend, which isn't good. And so if you're with someone and constantly scared that they're going to cheat on you, not a balanced relationship. Also, you're with someone who sounds like he's dumb as rocks. And that, even if you love him a lot, you're only 21. And I promise there's someone out there that's smarter than this guy. So,
Yeah,
and also, he sounds like he's hot enough that he's going to make it. So don't worry about that.
Yeah. You could be Mrs. John Hamm if you play your cards right. Now, some other lady might get the money when he dies.
Right.
Too stupid to put your name on anything. But
Now,
hey.
are we settled that he's dumb? Because maybe he's playing, let's be honest, terrific mind games.
Oh.
Like really good mind games.
You think?
Because I'm just saying, like, because he's like, he's negging her the whole time, possibly.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, because she's
Okay.
like, well, why would you put your boss's name in this life insurance? And he's like, oh, my hot boss that used to like me? I don't know. It's just, I can't remember stuff about you, like your birthday, and you've been gaining some weight anyway. And, like, just,
Wow.
just
That's a ballsy
totally.
guy
He's
right
like,
there.
just totally ignore the fact
Yeah.
that there's a Christmas tree steam in the shape of her taint
Yeah.
on the life insurance paper. Just totally disregard that.
Does she taint sign? She fucking taint sign? Oh my God.
Yeah, why don't they fuck fingerprints? Let's start doing taint
Taint
signatures.
signs.
Beautiful.
Your Honor, as a taintiologist, this is definitely her signature.
This
I am
is
a professional.
admissible evidence into this life insurance claim policy.
Those are the two options: is he's dumb
Yeah.
or he's playing dumb.
I
Yeah.
hope he's playing dumb. I hope this is like Kevin Spacey at the end of Usual Suspect with his feet goes normal. It's that, but with mental capacity. You know what I mean? Like fucking this guy just shows up and, oh shucks, her name's on my life insurance. I didn't know that. She just told me that's where her name, that she said beneficiary was French for boss. I didn't know. And so he's just filling all this shit out.
I love the fact you assume they're Southern somehow.
Yeah, or just kind of Midwestern, whatever.
Right.
You know, like it's definitely, It's definitely not a state with a lot of professional sports teams, if any.
Fair enough.
Okay?
That's fair.
Like that's where this is coming from.
Right.
But then eventually, but that's not where he's really from. He was trained in Oxford.
Right.
And he's going to yes.
He's
what I did is
manipulating the system.
I faked my own death. I put my boss's name on my beneficiary thing. I embezzled the money, and I made it seem as if I was onto her ruse. She murdered me to keep the embezzlement quiet, take the life insurance money, but now I'm doing cocaine off of 17 whores' asses.
So
I-
this could be
Caribbean.
insurance fraud.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
like
Yeah.
I like the entrapment aspect of that story.
I like the
Certainly.
insurance fraud. That's the whole point. Yeah.
I think this guy, if you're listening and you are doing the mind games angle, here's what you do to make it even better. Say, I'm sorry. Say, I'll put you on the life insurance. Cross out your boss's name and then write your girlfriend's name, but spell it wrong.
There we go.
Yeah. If that's the angle you want to go.
Yeah, it's that's a good one. Yeah.
But
Not
in that
knowing
case, be
birthday.
careful. Like starting your car, eating anything your girlfriend makes for you to eat.
Oh, she wouldn't know what to do. I mean, just be like laced. It'd be like marijuana cookies. I'm so scared.
I guess so. Have we done final advice?
Oh yeah. So
Okay.
I gave my final advice. What's your guys' final advice for this person?
Find out what the fuck's going on because he might be cheating on you, possibly.
It's true.
It's good. I mean, it's solid advice.
Yeah, he
That's
might be.
Basically, just say get to the bottom of
Right.
it, bitch.
He might be fucking around.
Which
That
we
is-
we can answer every question like that. Get
Right.
to the bottom of it, bitch.
Right.
That's true.
And it's an easy one, but I always like to do the reverse. So, ma'am, I would find out if your company is doing life insurance,
Ooh.
and your hot male boss who once tried to fuck you is the beneficiary.
What male boss only tries to fuck
Yeah.
a girl once? Come on. This
Yeah.
is corporate America.
That's
Oh my
true.
god! And then
Come
that
on.
movie ends where the bosses hook up.
Right,
together.
right.
Aw.
Exactly, yeah.
That's
The
beautiful.
That's the cutest.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
buy the nicest house.
The bosses kill their employees and take their life insurance money.
Well, that's kind
I
of
like
dick.
it.
If you make more money
Employees,
and then
yeah.
you take their money that they did have, what a dick
Yes.
move. What
Yeah.
what capitalism at work.
Right. It's I kind of like it. It's
skeevy.
yeah.
Sleazy.
It's like what the Trump family was doing around the turn of the century. Kind of shit.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
So what I think she should do, because I think it definitely is that this guy's just really dumb, because his reasoning for putting that on there, like if I was cheating so hard,
Right.
that I'm putting her on my life insurance, that's heavy cheating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
clearly
You don't
like,
put your Gumar on the life insurance.
yeah,
policy.
when your Gumar is on the life insurance, if Karen from Goodfellas found a Gumar on the life insurance beneficiary line, she would have lost her fucking shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is this Cassandra? Why are you on my man's life insurance, you whore? You know? Like, it would have been a fucking ordeal. There's no way he's cheating, because if you were cheating that deep, you would not. Well, he might be cheating, but
yeah,
he's
exactly.
definitely mostly dumb. I don't even think cheating, because if you were cheating that heavy, you would think of some reason for why she's on there. I couldn't think of your birth date. It's such a dumb guy thing to say.
It
in
is
that moment.
curious that he does know his boss's birthday, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Because his
They're
boss
fucking.
is in the room.
Well,
She's
because
there
they're
with
Yeah,
him.
that-
No, I
that's
think-
what I was saying. She was there. She thought it was a joke.
He was sitting there, birthday, anybody have a birthday? You know, and he just put down the first person that rattled off their first and last name and a birthday, and they got to be a beneficiary.
Oh my God!
Because he does not know what that means.
What if this guy is a genius? What if he was like, "Fuck, when's my girl's birthday?
Right.
I can't ask her. It's been too long."
Yeah.
And then he devised this ruse. No, there's no way. There's no way.
No,
It's
because
such a weird roundabout way
It
to go.
really
about
is.
because
Just to
because
find out your girlfriend's birthday,
it's
I
so
mean.
much easier just to like go into her wallet when she's sleeping and look at
Yeah.
her driver's license.
Okay.
Oh,
Take some money while you're there too.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I wasn't saying
How
that.
else are you gonna buy
I
a
wasn't
gift?
saying
Yeah.
that's the only objective with going into her bag. I'm just saying it's way
Dude.
easier because he obviously is doing that all the time. That's how he buys.
He's
his
so
crap.
dumb. He would do that same thing in a roundabout way. He would go into her wallet to find out her birthday, but steal her money, leave the ID, take the money, hire a private investigator to find out when her birthday is.
Right.
That guy would go into her wallet, check the ID,
Yeah.
would tell the boyfriend what it was, and then charge him another $1,500.
Good for him.
Yeah.
He's a fucking moron. So I say, get your name onto his beneficiary list, and then take him to a national park where he will eventually do something dumb enough to get himself killed. And then you will make money. And then you take that money and you find a less dumb guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Well, perfect. I think we answered. Oh, but we have a couple comments.
Oh, we do.
Amy says, gaslighting you about my beneficiary. Amy Liska says, might be cheating on you possibly. Let's change that to he is cheating.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, it's good chance he is, but he's definitely more dumb than he is cheating. If
Yeah,
that
but
makes
those things
sense.
aren't mutually exclusive. You can be dumb and still cheat.
Well, in fact, he's very
both.
dumb because
Right,
he
that's
got
what I'm
caught.
saying. Like, you could do both. Like, you don't have to be smart to cheat. Like, it's not that complicated.
It sounds like a Subway advertisement for
Right, it's not
cheating.
complicated.
You don't have to be smart to cheat.
This would be the only guy in the history of cheating to get caught by a beneficiary line on a life insurance policy.
Look,
That's insane, dude.
Look, guys get caught a million different ways. He just adds to the list. I mean,
Yeah.
Dude, imagine if she didn't, the girlfriend didn't find the paperwork. The boyfriend unfortunately died.
Holy
and she
shit.
found out from being like, why is this boss driving a Royce?
That would be an insane thing to happen.
Oh, they don't give you that
Rolls
much money
Royce,
for
I
a beneficiary.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, especially where this fucking dummy works.
Yeah.
Like, they probably just pay you in free Big Macs.
Right.
A year's supply of M&Ms.
Yeah. It's like winning a shitty contest at Subway.
Right.
Amazing. Well, I think we answered that question. I think we're ready for the next Kiss You Know.
Absolutely. Next question on the Love Gurus podcast. People write your questions into loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com. We're going to take another one from the wild animals on Reddit.
Oh.
Next question.
Right.
My girlfriend cheated on me and got pregnant by my old gym teacher.
Holy fuck.
Bro.
It's crazy that this is followed by a question.
Yeah. You lost
Yeah.
already,
What
man.
should I do?
What do I do with the gym teacher's body?
Oh, God.
Okay. I'm 26 and my girlfriend's 20. I never expected this to happen. My life's been turned upside down. My
Wow.
girlfriend is pregnant with my old gym teacher's child.
I hope he was blowing a whistle the whole time.
When I took
Hopefully
her,
he will. If she's
when
blowing a whistle, that's a whole different
Yeah.
problem.
when I took her home from New York City to my hometown for Thanksgiving. My parents found out, and they want me to raise the child. I am in shock, feeling overwhelmed and scared of the responsibility that I've been suddenly thrust into. I am trying to come to terms with the fact that my life is ruined. I have no idea how I'm going to handle the situation, and I'm struggling to stay calm and think clearly. All I can do is take it one day at a time and try to make the best of this difficult situation.
What the fuck?
We haven't done a test yet, but we weren't intimate at the time due to complications from a prior surgery. Should I listen to my parents and dive into this, or are there options?
Oh, I'd rather dive into fucking oncoming traffic. Are
Right,
you
right.
kidding
Why
me?
did you take your girlfriend to see the family
Okay,
after she
here's-
did that to you? That's what I'm wondering.
Here's what I love about this question is that for most pupils in America, the person who teaches you about condoms and safe sex,
The gym teacher.
your gym teacher,
Yeah,
yes!
the gym teacher.
Your gym
The guy.
and the gym teacher didn't use a condom.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Right.
I mean, talk about,
Well, we don't know if the gym teacher had a latex allergy, which a lot of men do.
Right. Yeah.
Very
But
common.
I'm just saying, like, the fact that, like, I had sex ed in PE, like most people do, from the gym teacher, and so just the fact that it's the gym teacher, and also that, okay, so not only did the
You think
gym
that's bad?
teacher not practice safe sex, but also the gym teacher must still be smoking hot.
Yeah, I had a similar thing when I was in high school. I got monkeypox from my conversion therapist.
Wow.
One of those turn you straight Bible camps. Boy, did he do the opposite.
Whoa. It's actually called Mpox now because we're not allowed to call diseases anything with cool names anymore.
Oh, really? Wait, is that true?
Yeah.
Are they doing it? They call it Mpox.
It's
Well, they got to change the first letter.
They're transitioning it to
What is-
Mpox because we can't.
Box.
Box.
Anyone
I
can
am
get it.
sick.
I'm just. It's. Yeah, we can't. It was like the first fun disease that we had, and now we can't
This
even
is so
have that
funny.
anymore. It's like, I just, again, to me, I just think it's like another gay suppression thing. Like they like, hey, it's monkeypox is spreading through gay men. You guys are the ones that have to get vaccinated first. Oh, we're not going to give you a fun name anymore because we still want you to suffer. That's what I think.
Okay, my
Damn,
thing.
got a little Alex Jones at the end there.
Telling you the deep state wants gay people dead. They're calling it M-pox, not monkeypox. I have the
No,
papers.
I'm just saying that they can't let them have like a fun disease. You know.
Yeah, it
yes,
can't be
yeah.
festive.
Yeah.
My thing is like,
No
if
more
you're
monkey
gonna-
chops.
It's way easier to call someone you had sex with and be like, hey, I got monkeypox, rather than be like, oh, I've got M-pox. You know what I mean? Like, one of those conversations is easier than the other.
It's
I
still,
think.
I think it's a hard conversation either way, actually.
Monkeypox.
Yeah.
Like a monkey. At least there's like a cute emoji that goes along with
I
it.
guess is it like supposed to lighten up? It's supposed to lighten up the mood, just saying monkey. I don't. Yeah.
Saying.
Oh, Joel on YouTube says the gym teacher is really hands-on when it comes to sex ed. Danelle on YouTube says, Ellen Mail, what are you singing? Yeah, it was
white people music.
Yeah,
is what
we
it
were
is.
singing a little bit Hanson,
Yeah.
from the
Mbop.
90s. Yeah.
Which actually, if you listen
How
to
old
the
is this
lyrics,
gym teacher? I'm wondering.
It doesn't say.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what
old
I'm
enough to
wondering.
teach
Yeah.
gym to high schoolers at
Right.
least, right? I
Well,
mean,
so yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
so that could be anything.
this
That doesn't
guy.
really narrow
Okay,
it down.
if
like
the
27.
old enough to lay pipe.
the person writing the question, he's 26.
Right.
So let's say that you know, like, so I mean, I guess yeah, actually the gym teacher could be
It could be
like
old.
6 years older than him.
Or
Yeah.
it could be 40 or
It's
50.
true.
You never know.
Yeah,
That's true.
He could, yeah, it could be like similar age. But again, like, I love this.
Right.
You know?
What?
But yeah, but also what we haven't talked about yet is the fact that his parents are like, hey, we think you guys should raise this baby. They're not married. It just says his girlfriend cheated on him, and the parents are like, well, you better do
Right.
the right thing. What are you fucking talking about the
Right,
right thing?
right.
She
That's
cheated.
insane.
Right.
That's
She
insane.
She cheated.
What is
Is
what
that
is
how
there-
bad teachers' salaries are? That the parents are like, ooh, don't subject the baby
I
to
guess,
that.
and it's his parents that want that, not
His
hers.
parents said you should
Dude.
raise the baby.
Raise the gym teacher, baby.
What? Yeah, I mean, is
Fucked
this a
up.
goofy religious thing? Are they like on page 8 of the Bible? It says, when a woman lies with a man's gym teacher, the child is then under the domicile of said gym place. I don't know.
I just love the fact
that
you use domicile as a word.
Yeah, it's insane. I don't understand. These parents must hate this kid.
Yeah.
I think the gym teacher, whether or not they know the gym teacher personally, they're like, okay, he's an athlete. Our son is not an
Ooh.
athlete.
Wow.
Maybe we want a tall, muscular grandchild.
Yeah.
Little bit
What
of
a way to fuck over your kid.
They were
yeah,
like,
you know
look,
what?
we
That's the better guy.
We
We'll go with
saw
that.
what the genetics have been doing in
Yeah.
this entire family.
Little bit of ladder borrowing.
Yeah.
Little
Right.
bit of ladder borrowing. That's fine.
We need a little bit of performance-enhancing drugs in this family tree. That's
Right.
what we need.
Yeah.
We need a little
Yeah.
bit of Monsanto chemicals.
And
Yeah.
Amy is asking, where's the gym teacher? I think the gym teacher is, familiar with dodgeball, so he is certainly
Yeah.
dodging.
Oh,
his
maybe that's why he didn't use a
Uh-huh.
condom. He said to her, he's like, "Yeah, well, I got a dodgeball in the nuts, and so I'm sterile now. I'm only shooting blanks."
Old dodgeball injury. That's why I gotta go
totally
raw.
something a gym teacher would say.
Uh-huh.
Maybe.
But I just,
practicing not what he preaches at all.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
gym teacher.
Yeah, I just like, to me, again, the fact that it's one thing to cheat. It's the fact that she's like, but also here's the other thing. This question says Thanksgiving. I mean, she's like 7 days pregnant. Like, I don't know. We have a minute to think about it.
Okay.
In my opinion, she, but maybe if I just can't imagine that she'd be like, I'm definitely keeping this gym teacher's baby.
Yeah.
If she said that, I'd be like, cool. Like, I am outsies.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, like you have
Because, like,
this-
cheating you could get over, but the fact that they'd be like, oh, and I'm keeping the baby.
Right.
Defos no.
And if you raise the kid, you'll always be reminded of what happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, you
because
can't escape it.
because
Yeah,
your kid would be so much hotter than
Exactly.
you are.
That's the thing. Like,
Oh,
wow.
really?
Oh, your kid would be so attractive.
You fucked another guy. Right. That's all
Yeah.
it is. Like,
The guy's like doing push-ups. So, Dad, when you were a linebacker in high school, how did you handle
It's
pressure
like
from
your
that?
family. Your family photos are just gonna look like a cuck couple.
It's got to be rough,
well, they
man.
technically, yeah.
Yeah, what I mean, tell the gym teacher to step in and raise it. What the
Right,
fuck?
yeah, yeah.
Tell her to have fun being Mrs. Gym Teacher. Like that
Yeah.
ain't that's you now. I'm not.
Right.
I got nothing to do with
This
this.
Fair
guy
enough.
he's said like a few times, like, my life is over. It's like, actually, this is the perfect time because you're not married. If you live together, move out right now, because I don't know what state you live in, but it could be a common law situation where
Oh,
they could be like,
yeah.
actually, it is your baby.
Well, she's only 20, so I don't think so I mean, assuming they haven't lived together since she was 15.
Mm.
But yeah, but that's a good point. That common law shit, you know,
Yep.
that'll really fuck some
That's
people
where they
up.
get you.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. There's nothing worse than being.
Get you.
There's nothing worse than standing before a judge.
That's why they
with
get you.
and
You said you weren't going to commit, then they make you commit.
You're standing before a judge with you and some stupid kid that looks like half your gym teacher.
Yeah, right.
And they're going, well, if you would have dumped her 20 days earlier in the state of Wyoming,
Right.
you wouldn't have to pay for this gym teacher's kid.
Yeah.
So you're a procrastinator, legally speaking. So he's yours now.
Right.
Oh, Joanne on YouTube says, grandparents be like, we'd prefer a Wagyu child.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I would say, I mean, my final advice for this person again is, you know, first of all, you have a minute to talk about it, and just, you are going to get so much sympathy. Break up with this chick, and the next person you date is going to be like, oh my God, what? And you are going to get some amazing blowjobs.
Yeah.
So definitely greener pastures for you. Your girlfriend's a skank. Yeah, and just move on. But I don't know, maybe, you know, that's her happy place. She's going to move back to Iowa, wherever this is, and marry
Totally
the gym
Iowa.
teacher and live happily ever after.
Gym teachers in Iowa, pull it down. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Like Shaquille O'Neal pulling down a backboard.
Okay,
Right,
so
beautiful.
here's a question. So when you were in high school, what subject did the hottest teacher teach?
Math.
Ooh, I had a religion teacher.
No.
Really?
I went to Catholic school.
God
Oh,
be
you go.
messing with you.
There you
Dude.
go.
God be messing with you.
What was his name?
She
Not
I had
sure.
a
That's
pog Catholic teacher.
Mm.
A pog?
She was a fat ass white girl.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
There you go.
You haven't watched enough porn. Yeah, I know what he's talking about. Good for you.
Yeah, thank
good
you, my
good for
friend.
the perviness.
Thank
Very
you.
nice.
And
Fat
Alex,
white
did
girls
you
in the
really have a
Midwest
hot
do
math
love the
teacher,
Lord.
or
When I was a sophomore, yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
You weren't just excited about the subject,
No. No, I was not a stereotypical Asian because I wasn't great at math in high school.
really?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I wasn't
man.
great at it.
And those big titties couldn't convert you.
No, unfortunately not.
Damn.
Oh, it makes it so much easier to erase the board though when you got big old
Yeah.
knackers.
He was good at adding 1 and 1, but that was it. He was great at that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
kind of we had a back and forth type of thing too, because I'd be like,
Ah, it's
here's
cool.
here Epicurus said that the problem with evil means that God's not real, and she was like, Bob,
Yeah.
you're wrong. Here's what Jesus said, and I'm like, I think if I was a little older, I could fuck this woman.
Uh-huh. I could
But
convert
alas.
her to Satanism or atheism or paganism or something, and I could do her right on top of this crucifix.
I feel like that's very much like the movie Doubt, but like with the gender roles reversed. Does that make sense?
I didn't see that movie.
Isn't Doubt where like the
That-
priest
that
like
was
sleeps
about
with
the
Amy
molesting.
Adams and is kind of like that's what he says. He's like, God wants you to do this, and she's kind of like, okay.
Oh yeah. And here's the thing: I know this gets talked about a lot, especially by comics. It should not be legal for females to sleep with their male students. However, if there was a movie about a hot nun who hooks up with like 17-year-old boys, it would not be a tragedy. Like it would be a whole different
No.
tone to that
Right,
movie.
right.
Okay.
I would watch.
There's 10,
Yeah, huh?
10 years ago, you may have
thinking about
been
it
able
right
to
now.
get me on your side, but there's been a few cases recently, within the last, like I would say, 2 years, of female teachers sleeping with their male high school students, and it is not the hot senior. It's sad.
Yeah, but if
that's
you're a
true.
teenage
You're hearing
boy,
stories that-
It's not this whole like, oh, it's kind of hot, you know, because she's hot and he kind of looks like he's old. No, it's like you saw the pictures and you're just like, oh,
Oh,
yeah.
you meant because they were ugly? I thought you meant because they
No, it's just,
manipulating
like-
emotionally. It's
Yeah,
like, no, you don't
it's
understand.
that-
They was
it's that
uggos.
too.
Worse than that,
It's
they was
that-
uggos, bro.
No, it's the manipulation
Uh-huh.
part that's like it's fucked up.
Yeah, no, I
Right.
think
Of
it's
course.
definitely more fucked up if you have like a long-term relationship. It's just kind of like, hey, man, you know, just teach him a couple moves and move on. You know,
Yeah,
you
so-
got a big class, you got a big graduating class.
Right.
Just move on to the next one.
yeah, if you're a middle-aged woman that teaches high school, just look for something casual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
Right.
I'm saying. I would
Be
to
very
me-
above the
clear in
waist.
your profile that you're just looking for something for a few weeks.
Although the one thing I will say, and because I thought about this, like let's say that you are a single woman and you're in your 30s and you
Okay.
haven't found anyone yet, and you're a teacher and you're living in a small town, everyone's already married. Guess where the next guess where the next crop of bachelors is going to come from? That high school graduating class.
Yeah.
So,
but stay.
But there's a line.
Right.
You follow that line. That's there
You know
for
what
a
you
reason.
do? You hang out by the voting polls.
Oh, there you go.
That's
True,
perfect.
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, Johnny, I didn't
'Cause
realize
you can't trust a kid smoking a cigarette. You
Nope.
don't know.
Right.
That's
you
right.
don't know. But
Right.
voting, I agree.
Well, the
with
reason
that.
I bring that up is because civic duty fulfillment is very attractive.
That is hot.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Hot.
That's why I brought it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially,
yeah.
especially to pog religion
Right.
teachers.
Right,
They love
right.
that. Joel on YouTube says sympathy head is better than no head at all. That's
He's right.
true.
Yeah, he's right.
That's
yeah.
true.
My father.
Any
told me
head
that.
is better
That's
than,
true.
than no head at all.
Uh-huh.
Who cares how you get it? Like it's any
Yeah.
kind of head.
And that is a quote from Leviticus as well.
Beautiful.
Joanne on YouTube says, "Sister act pog." Yeah, 100%, dude.
She also
Wait,
watches a lot of porn.
what does POG mean?
It's a
Fat-ass
fat
white
ass
woman.
white,
Yeah.
white girl.
Oh.
Right.
Or a pow.
Yes.
How would a fat ass a pow?
No, I know
Pog?
Pog is right. I've
Fat-ass
haven't seen
white
Pog.
woman?
But fat ass white woman is more respectful.
I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
Women.
I think both are
I'm checking
inherently
off to
different.
women. Okay.
Sister
Right,
act
right,
pog.
right.
That would be like one of those porn parody. It would be Sister Ass would be the name of
I
it.
will say I am a heathen, but I was raised Catholic, and when I've delved into the pornography where it's literally nuns and priests, I can't jack off to it.
Ah.
It's
Really?
a little too
Not
much.
even now?
It's a
Right.
little, yeah, she's got the titties, but it's in the black and white, and she's like, fill me with the Holy Spirit. I'm like, I think even if there's a 1% chance my grandma can see me, I'm not
Wow.
Fair enough. Is your
Really?
grandma
'Cause-
still a devout Catholic?
doing it. I hope so.
Okay.
No, I went to like Catholic sort of class on Monday nights, and then went to Catholic church until I was like 9 or something, and I begged my parents not to make me go. And like my dad was only taking me to appease my granny who was religious, you know. And my mom was just a straight up atheist like me. So she was like, I won one. Yeah.
Nice.
Score one, team atheist. Richard Dawkins is right about everything. You know,
yeah.
and so then I didn't have to go anymore. And so day one, not going to church as a 9-year-old, was able to beat off to religious porn right away.
Good
You know
for
what I mean?
you.
Because like it hadn't really had time to settle in. So
for you.
that had no effect on me.
Well, and also this was before the internet, so that's the only thing that your dad had on file.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's weird that he had that much of it. It's really weird. And he was the only one who took me to church. So I'm like,
And it was
come
real,
on,
and
man.
it was real shaky and recorded
Yeah.
with your own home video camera.
I'm like, that's
wow.
that's the same. That's the same smudge that's on my soccer games. By God, where did he get this?
Beautiful.
Well, like I said, I already answered. I already gave my final advice, which was just, time for a fresh start for this guy. What's your guys' final advice for this
Same.
question?
Leave. Like, why the fuck
Yeah.
you want to be? Why? Why would you want to raise a kid and be reminded every day that your girlfriend fucked another guy and it was your fucking gym teacher? Like
Jesus, yeah.
that's just a depressing parenthood. Really. I mean, what a crappy way to be a dad.
What people will do to get kids into Ivy Leagues these days.
See,
No, I say leave her. Yeah.
I think I've changed my mind a bit because I think, sir, you could have the best of both worlds. Be in there in some way. Be
Okay.
in that child's life, and if he is a fuck up, hey, that's not my fucking kid. But
Right.
if he is the next Jordan, or help me out with the sports guys,
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods, or
Wayne
Ali.
Gretzky.
Muhammad Ali,
Tom Brady. Oh.
Tom
Okay.
Brady.
Yeah.
We gotta have
If
a white
he's
guy.
if he's one of
Herschel
those,
Walker.
Herschel Walker,
OJ Simpson.
O.J. Simpson.
OJ. What about OJ?
So yeah, hedge your bets, man. You know, because it can go either way. No, I'm fucking around. Cut all ties with this woman. Block her on everything.
Yeah.
Dude, you're 20. Stop saying your life's almost over. It hasn't even started. I bet you got a full head of hair.
Yeah.
And if you don't,
Yeah.
it's okay. Don't worry. But just be nice to yourself. And fucking one day you're gonna accidentally get a woman pregnant with your baby, and you're gonna do your best with that
Right.
little child.
Right. Good for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I would say, well, my first bit of advice was going to be, if she's going to pull this shit and you're not going to leave, I say go knock up the lunch lady or
Yeah.
something. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
to
Like
retaliate,
right on
right.
top of the sloppy joes and everything, dude. Make it dirty.
Right.
Make it fucking disgusting. And then make people eat it. And then you feed those sloppy joes to your girlfriend. You don't tell her what's in it.
He does have all the leverage right now if he's like,
Yeah.
all right, baby, I'll support you and this other man's child. Unrelated, what do you think about a threesome with another girl? You know?
Yeah.
Maybe just see it.
But then
Give
again,
it a try.
Yeah.
I don't know if she respects you so little that she's gonna go raw dog it with your old gym teacher.
Right.
She doesn't respect you enough to give you a 3-way.
Right.
That ain't happening.
I'm just saying, if there's any window in which it is possible, now is the time.
Maybe she'd be like, "Yeah, we do a 3-way. I'll watch you get pounded by the gym teacher." But that's the only 3-way we're having.
Wow.
Oh my god, yes. Okay, here's what he should do.
Okay, wow.
Get
Okay,
pounded by
yes.
the gym teacher.
No,
Brody.
3-way with the gym teacher. But when you guys are about to do the Eiffel Tower and the gym teacher goes up for the high five, don't high five him.
Oh, that's poor Eiffel
Leave
Tower
him
etiquette.
hanging!
He'll be so sad. He'll be so sad. His Eiffel Tower is going to turn into a leaning tower of Pisa, and it's going to be sad.
When you leave a gym teacher hanging on a
Yeah.
high
No, I
five,
did give your phone.
whoa, there is no greater sin.
Yeah. Eiffel Tower's falling down, falling down, falling down.
Just the idea of that guy then leaving, being like, I fucking showed him. And he's still, like, not caring at all, just fucking your girlfriend. God damn, that's so funny.
What if the gym teacher fucks her better than he does, though? Wouldn't that be a depressing threesome?
Oh, I think
Like,
we've
feel
already
like-
established
Right,
that.
that'd be a depressing threesome,
I
right.
That was
know
right out of
for
the bag.
fact.
Right, that'd be a depressing threesome.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that guy just did way better than I did. Like, I don't want to be here.
It
What
would
the
be
fuck if that guy
wild.
loses both ways? Like, what a terrible situation all the way around.
Yeah. This guy fucking her better than the gym
Right.
teacher is a statistically impossible thing to happen.
Right.
There's no way that's happening.
Yeah, impossible.
Amy on YouTube says, when you can get out of a relationship just by ghosting someone and the law will support you for doing that, then your life is not over.
Yes.
Yes, very
Precisely.
true.
What I really would want to say to this guy, the most disturbing part of this whole thing to me isn't even the gym teacher getting your girlfriend pregnant.
No, that's the disturbing
it's your family loving the gym teacher more.
All right, that's fair.
That's what you need to unpack that, dude. That whatever that reason is very directly related to why your girlfriend's off fucking old gym teachers in the first place. Here's the thing about high school gym teachers. They ain't rolling in the puss. You know what I mean? It's not like there's not a whole lot, oh my God, he's a high school gym teacher? That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's not like fireman. That's not like rich guy job. That's not like football player. That's kind of the opposite of all of those things.
Right.
He might be in a little bit of shape. That's the only. And usually those guys ain't even in shape. They're usually guys who like played a little bit of college ball, then became alcoholics, and now they teach fucking chubby kids to climb ropes. You don't need to be in shape for that. They usually aren't, dude.
Yeah.
So find out why your family hates you.
I think you know, Alex, you and I we're comedians, right? Yeah. And I don't know if this has been in your experience, but my parents sometimes are like, "Hey, how about a wife and a child?"
Right.
You know, so this might be the extreme version of that, where they're like, "It doesn't even have to be yours."
Yeah. What a shitty parent. Still.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
really, like, wow.
The
Like,
parents are
that's
like,
an ultimate fuck you to your kid. Like,
Just try it on. Just try on.
Yeah.
We've given up on you. Have you thought about being cucked by a fucking like a mid-level high school employee?
I'm just imagining like the grandma, you know, the mom of the kid, like holding the baby, be like, "Oh, he has his father's eyes," and the kid's like, "I'm not the father." I know. I know. Your father's a real man, isn't he? He doesn't have some kind of surgery where he can't get an erection. No, he doesn't. That was the part we skipped over.
Oh,
Yeah, like, I couldn't fuck
yeah.
my wife. I had surgery. I'm like,
That surgery.
what was the
but
surgery? Yeah.
Again, that's too much to unpack.
No,
We can't-
yeah.
we
Anytime
can't
they
even-
don't leave the fucking, anytime they don't,
can't go into
they
that.
leave out crazy details.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta think like it's
Yeah,
something.
who
if
knows?
you're
Not
bedridden, fellas, so is she. Until you're both back.
Joel on YouTube says old gym teacher is greater than the garbage man.
I mean, that's
He
fair.
says,
yeah.
My
no,
apologies to sanitation workers around the world.
No, he's right though because
Oh,
you
in
know,
New York
yeah.
City, the sanitation worker makes more.
Hey, what the
Ah.
fuck you just say? Yeah,
Yeah.
they're very upset. They're very
Right.
upset. They're
Um,
actually in the mafia here.
Also, one thing I will say about New York City, the people who work on the sanitation trucks, they have. This one time, I saw a guy throw a bag across the street,
Okay.
over a fence, into a garbage can. I'm like,
Nice.
Kobe.
that needs,
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty
like
good.
that should be an Olympic sport. And he was like, he like positioned, he like did a practice, and I was like, he had to practice that. I mean, that took talent. I'm just
Right.
saying that
And he
that
fucked
made
afterwards. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's the thing. They
Hey,
say like
how about
fuck.
you don't yuck my yum, Alex? Okay, thanks.
you make 6 figures, but then you spend your 40s walking like this.
Yeah, that's hard
Right
work,
on.
man.
Yep, yep.
But yeah, okay. So I think we answered that question. Let's move on to the next one. We'll try and squeeze in 2 more, but it might just be
Alright.
this last one. I think we
That's
could
what his
do the
girlfriend
last
said.
one as
Lightning round?
Yeah, like how can we top getting your gym teacher getting your girlfriend pregnant? What a
Yeah, that's a rough one, man.
how you
Yeah.
use a condom. Okay.
Next question on the Love Gurus Podcast. People, if you got questions to write in, write them to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com, or even better, watch live every single Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Give us your questions. Give us your comments live in the chat. We're going to take another one from the wild animals on Reddit.
My husband is trying to be a streamer, and I don't know if I'm being unsupportive. My husband and I are both 30, and I have he has a very analytical day job that pays him well, much more than what I make. He's always been very outgoing and performative, and he's acted through high school and college, and he loves to sing and play instruments. During COVID, when we were stuck at home, he got very into VTubers, and a few months ago, he decided to purchase a camera and start streaming himself. I'm always very supportive of this. I even helped him to pay for the camera. However, I didn't realize that it was just how many hours were going to go into this streaming. He streams 4 to 5 days a week for 2 to 3 hours at a time. During this time, I have to go into the bedroom and be silent so the mic doesn't pick me up or what I'm doing. Then there's the practicing recording music sessions, which easily adds another 5 hours per week that I have to be super silent. I want to be very clear that my husband has always tried to schedule these music sessions when I'm at work or out of the house, but the streaming sessions are so long. Eventually, I am at home. Then there's the fact that his streaming personality is a horror game based. So he
Oh, I thought you said horror game. I thought
Yeah,
you
like
like
horror.
he's like a whore.
right?
He's
Like,
like
wow,
a
horror
whore.
on camera. Good.
horror. It's horror game based, so he screams loudly in our tiny apartment. No one's complained, but the neighbors with the small baby won't speak to me or look at me in the elevator.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm at my wit's end. I want to be supportive, and I feel like I have been, but it's starting to get on my nerves. I don't know what's a fair compromise between his creative outlet and my right to enjoy my home. The cat also hates it when he screams. It stresses the cat out. So at what point do I say something? Am I being unsupportive by telling him that he needs to change this style? Yeah, I think this is tough, and I think that us as comics, we can sort of appreciate the other side of this because, we do things to our partners or, miss out on certain things because we're out doing comedy.
I'm a terrible husband and father already, and that fucking thing was just
yeah,
horrible.
it's like, but you're out doing your thing, like you're chasing this dream.
Yeah.
You are, sometimes doing that, putting that dream in front of your partner, does cause friction.
Yeah,
I'm neglecting my family to stream and do this
Yeah,
right now.
That's
Yeah.
true. But your wife,
Your
never-
baby was-
but
your
your
baby-
wife is very supportive. She's
Right,
tuning in the entire time.
She's great, dude. I mean, she's way better than this lady. I'll tell
Right,
you that right,
right,
now.
right.
But that being said,
And I'm streaming and I don't make good money, right? So this lady really doesn't have shit to complain about.
Okay, right.
but yeah, so basically, her husband's trying to be a streamer,
Right.
and he's I guess like a musician, so he sings and screams and streams.
Wow.
And to me, I think that it's totally fine if, let's say, that you miss out on certain things to be a streamer, but you're not just like fucking up my life directly, then that's fine. But he's like fucking her life up directly. If my partner was like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and you have to go sit in the bedroom for 4 hours while I sit here and scream into a camera, I'd be like, you could fuck right off. You can go rent yourself like a self-storage space in a seedy part of Queens.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care if you get shanked with a knife, but you're not going to sit in our apartment and ruin Real Housewives of Atlanta
100%.
for me.
Right.
Not happening.
Right.
Oh, I will say real quick that producer Amy is the opposite of this lady writing the question, and she proved it with this comment. She says, how many subscribers does he have? Does he want to come on the Love Gurus podcast? Look at that. Yeah. Joel on YouTube says screamer is greater than streamer. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty wild, man. And I was way on this guy's side at the beginning of the question, And then she kept going, and I'm like, whoa, yeah, like her entire evening every night is having to sit in the bedroom.
Her whole like
be
week
quiet.
revolves around this guy. But yeah, like what you were saying, it's again, obviously like it takes time to build that stuff, but it sounds like he's doing all this and just really negatively affecting her life.
No, yeah, I mean, my wife teaches from home, and it kind of sucks sometimes. I got to sit in the fucking bedroom and do whatever. But she's like actually teaching and doing a thing, and it's making my it's she's not just like on playing a video game. You're like, fuck you! I chopped your head off, and then that like people are hearing that in the next apartment, and they're just like, what the fuck is that?
But also in your case, like if you have to sit in the bedroom while Amy's teaching, but like you're still able to like do like you can still like watch shows and stuff.
It's a long enough one. Now I would say, if she's being
she makes
really
it seem
quiet,
like she has to like sit in the bedroom and be completely silent.
To me, and that to me is the biggest issue. Now, I think she is probably exaggerating a little bit on that because she is in another room. I don't see how quiet she would have to be in another room, especially if he gets a mic like this and he fucking gets a cover, turns the gain down a little bit, like. She can do things within reason, and it's not going to fuck it up too bad. So I think there's a little bit of, but it's still annoying enough when it's that long at night, and she definitely can't do things in the kitchen if that's right by him. Super loud, but I think, and I hate giving serious advice, but it's not. I think they got to just get a bigger place. Right. She said he makes good money. So there's no reason that they got to have this tiny cramped apartment. Just move to a neighborhood with a little bit more of a commute, whatever, and get a bigger place. And then he's got like a separate room. Get kind of a railroad style apartment, so he's like all the way in the back, and she can be out in the living room, something like that. You need like an office. You need the bedroom, the living room, and the office, and then he just does his thing in the office and fucking plays video games and does whatever, and maybe soundproofs the room a bit. And he can do that with an extra bedroom. And you say he makes good money, so I don't see why there's any reason he can't do that.
Yeah, I like I said, I think that when you again, it's being supportive. Just saying, okay, this situation needs to change. That's not being unsupportive. Being unsupportive is you need to stop right now. It's again, like it's any new thing you start, like you fiddle with it for and then you find like a better solution. Like for example. This podcast started with us talking into an iPhone.
Yes.
Yeah. And look at us now.
It evolved into the empire that it is today.
Yeah.
So stop crushing your man's dreams. All right? Be solution-based and not problems-based, okay?
This is actually a really shitty question for me to have picked. I don't even know why I picked it. I kind of fucking hate this woman.
Well,
it's you could just buy headphones, right?
I hate her a bit too.
Yeah, put your headphones in.
I was against her. Then I was with her.
I don't know.
Now I'm against her again.
I know. I feel like I've totally flopped or flip-flopped on this one. I was really like against her husband, but now I'm just kind of like, I don't know. You kind of sound boring.
What I anticipated.
Actually, your husband sounds kind of fun.
He's cool. He's got a fun streaming thing. He plays music. You just play with your fucking self back in the bedroom, and you can't be making too much noise. Right. Well, you were quiet and boring anyway, Linda. It's not much of a stretch.
You ever go out and do anything?
Goddamn right.
No friends?
Goddamn right. Maybe if he had a girlfriend worth having conversations with, he wouldn't have to scream at strangers online while playing a horror game.
Exactly.
Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about maybe he doesn't even like playing this video game? He's just trying to find a way to do anything but talk to you.
Have you ever thought about the fact that you're not his dream?
Yes. Playing video games with 13-year-olds from around the world while screaming on Twitch. That's his dream. Right. He doesn't even like doing it that much. He just doesn't hate it like he does you.
Oh, we've cracked that case.
Oh, Amy on YouTube says, I think is trying to convince me to move out of Astoria. FYI, are we currently moving? We are currently moving. I think Jake is. But that's the thing is, he's kind of being a little bit of a dick. He should be the one coming up with these solutions. That said, if he doesn't know that this bothers you that much, he's not thinking for solutions because he thinks he found a solution, and that's I do it in this room and you do whatever in the other room, and that's my solution.
Yeah.
Whereas your thing is you just need an extra bedroom, and that's all you need. That's the only fucking solution you need to this. The last guy who got cucked by a gym coach and his own family wants him to raise the baby.
Yeah, like-
that man has problems. You
know.
have a 1-bedroom addition to your life that you need to make, but it's a bridge too fucking far for you because everything's all about you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this is I anticipated this question being more of he doesn't have time for me, and that's a hard one.
Right.
That could be a showstopper in some scenarios. 'Cause
Little
then- but hers is just like it's like a logistical thing, unless the real reason she's feeling weird about the scenario is because the content he produces is cringe. It may be, when people are complaining about something, but they're kind of skirting around the issue. I think possibly he's yelling and screaming, and she's like, "Oh, this is the father of my children. What the fuck?"
I think that's a good point too, because I don't think she's as good at articulating things as you are, because she did mention that the people won't make eye contact with her and
Right.
shit like that. So it's like it's not just loud. It's
Right.
like ugh.
Right.
They're fucking weird.
And if it's that, it's so much deeper.
Yeah.
Because if it's a logistical thing of like, oh, I have to be quiet all the time, it's like, yeah, get a new house. But if it's my boyfriend, his art is cringe and it makes me cringe, and oh my god, suddenly this is his dream, then it's like, well, what the fuck do you do?
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
I want this guy on the podcast
Yeah,
even
yeah,
more
yeah.
now. Like,
Yeah.
we it's a raunchy podcast.
Yeah, let's
It's
listen,
cringe.
Let's hear this guy's side of the story.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's got
dude.
I'm sure he's got a whole other side to this.
I want to hear his take on that
Right,
gym
right,
teacher question.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
You know what I do to that gym teacher? I take a chainsaw to his dick. Just like in the video game.
You run into a lot of new comedians that are like, my wife, she hates that I'm here all the time. I'm like, yeah, well, to her, in all fairness to her, she didn't sign up for this.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
meet your to-be wife when you're already an artist,
Different.
It's
Yeah, I think it's also common that people start stand-up comedy when they're at the end of a relationship or freshly out of one. So when someone gets up there and is like, yeah, my wife hates me, I'm like, you're gonna get divorced in 6 months.
Right.
Like,
It's not going to work
Anyway.
out.
but yeah, I don't know. My final advice for this person is you're boring. What's your final advice for this question?
Get an extra bedroom.
Yeah,
And
get
get
another
headphones.
get a new
Headphones
house.
and an extra bedroom.
I think we're missing a golden opportunity if you, as a woman, join him in the streaming in any capacity.
Ooh.
I promise you will help his channel.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, she could wear like the Marshmallow Man hat or something.
Oh my
Right.
goodness.
Yeah.
I'm getting excited just thinking about it.
Me too. I mean, you could do that. You guys could what? Also do naked versions on OnlyFans and Patreon of you playing horror video games.
Yeah,
And
why
people
not?
will pay just to watch that. Like, you don't even need to fuck or nothing. Like, weird internet incels will pay just to watch, oh, that's my favorite game, and they're doing that
And if you
naked.
want to run
Like,
any
they're-
of those
they're crazy.
videos by somebody, I'm
It's
sure
a perfect podcast for
I'm sure we'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. We will critique them on this podcast for free. We will offer our services pro bono.
Yeah.
Pro bono.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna wear pants if we do that though. So
No,
just
you
let you know.
can't.
Yeah. I'm
Be
taking the pants
disrespectful to
off.
the
Yeah,
art,
yeah,
no.
like I'm gonna be naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We answered that question. Let's do the last question, lightning round style.
All
boy, here we
right.
go.
Lightning
Oh,
round
okay.
style. That means we're going to read the question, and then we're all going to do one last little take on it.
Okay.
We are taking our last question to Love Gurus Podcast, but if you guys got any questions out there, to write them to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com, or even better, like and subscribe, and then watch every single Thursday evening at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Give us your comments live in the comment section. We are going to take our last lightning round questions from the wild animals on Reddit.
Girlfriend reminiscing with her ex, friends with benefits. I'm 23 and my girlfriend's 22. I know I shouldn't have, but I had a moment of weakness and I went through her phone. We've been together 10 months and I saw messages that she had exchanged with a friends with benefits that she was dating back before we were dating. She was messaging him during our relationship, by the way, and I don't mind her talking to guys from the past as long as she's respectful, but she's spoken to him a couple times, and they were talking about their relationship and reminiscing how she used to give him head and they would cuddle and how good the
boy.
sex was.
Ooh.
She said
You
that
know,
there
like
would
your
be-
buddies. Like you talk with your buddies.
You're gonna end up raising this fella's kid.
Right, exactly.
Which
Is
you
this the
should
gym teacher?
absolutely
Right.
do.
Right.
Which you should do.
I
It's
don't
the right
know.
thing.
But the kid's
Is
gonna be
this
great
gym
at
teacher
climbing
getting
the
around
rope.
a lot. Like, wow, this guy might be ruining 2 relationships.
I don't know if it's unfaithful to be talking to him in this way, and I want to confront her. But again, I
Oh my fucking god.
secretly went through her phone.
Yeah, dude,
Dude,
What
it's
do I
it's
do?
why
fine.
would
You're
you
only
date someone? Why would you date someone who has friends with
Okay.
benefits with their
So-
ex? Like, why
Yeah.
would you?
So
date that?
how
crazy.
we're gonna do this is we'll do it lightning round. So we'll all just go around once. But there's 2 questions to answer. One is how he should or if he should confront her, and the second is what's appropriate to reminisce with your exes. You know, it's because like obviously if it's something, okay, I'll just answer that part of the question. For me, it's appropriate to, if it's like, oh, we went to Disney World. That was such a fun trip. That was really nice. Something like that, something that's platonic. But
But
even
once it goes on
something-
to, you remember when you sucked me off on the top of Magic Mountain like
Yeah.
that, then it's weird.
But yeah,
Right.
anything when someone's reminiscing about sex or physical touch in any way, that's inappropriate,
Right.
and that's where I would get really pissed off. So, and then secondly, it's obviously not good. You obviously broke a boundary by going through her phone, but fuck that. I mean, so what I don't know. I'm just saying it's like the OJ case where they found the gloves and he's like, "Oh, the gloves don't fit. I didn't do it." I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's a good metaphor.
Yeah, well, this might end in an OJ way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think
I'm just
OJ'd be a
saying-
perfect person to ask
just-
about this. He got away
just
with doing what
because-
you should do. to
Just
this lady.
because how you got the evidence isn't
Yep.
100% above board,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean you ignore the
Right.
evidence.
Relationships are not the U.S. Constitution.
No.
There's no poisonous
Yeah.
fruit tree.
You don't have the same stringent
but-
rules
yeah.
the DEA
And
does.
also,
yeah.
but then lead with that. Say, listen, I went through your phone, but I saw this, and I think you're cheating on me.
Yeah.
And then how she reacts, I don't know. To me, also, I'm so non-confrontational that I think if this happened to me, I would just break up with the person. And if they'd be like, why? I'd be like, look through your phone. And I wouldn't even give explanations. 'cause
Make
I
them
wouldn't-
do the homework.
I wouldn't want to
Yeah.
admit that I did what I did.
Uh-huh.
But that being said, you can't ignore the evidence. So.
Well, I'm just
Anyway.
saying, like, why would a guy date a girl who's already friends with benefits with their ex? Like, isn't that already a problem as it is?
Well,
Like, doesn't that sound bad?
ostensibly,
Uh-huh.
they've stopped having sex.
Wink,
Yeah.
wink, right? That's
Yeah.
what she's saying.
And not for long.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Not at all.
I don't know if so I gotta think, well, it's kind of on you, buddy. Like, you probably should have seen the signs before this happened, but.
Step 1, reminisce about when I got head. Step
Exactly,
2,
right,
get more
right.
head. Yeah.
But that's my
how
point.
that
Like,
works
there
every
were
time.
some red flags that you probably just didn't notice, and that's on you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Bobby, what's your...
Great advice. That's on you,
Right,
bud.
it is. Well, it is. You never read sign. I'm friends with benefits with my ex. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like, okay, that's no.
Yeah,
Like, come on, that's.
I think.
Well, sorry, just to clarify. Before she started dating the person she's dating now,
Right.
she had a friends with benefits.
Right, with an ex. So that means they weren't
No.
technically.
I think you're missing a piece.
There's like so that's what. So
Oh, there was an ex and then a
listen,
friends with benefits.
No,
Listen, I know
Just-
This is an ex
we
friends with
don't
benefits,
want
right?
Suzanne to talk, but
Right.
it would be beneficial at
Alex,
this moment.
I know it's really hard. Okay, so she's dating someone now. They're in an exclusive relationship.
Right.
Before she started dating the person she's dating now, she had a friends with benefits.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
She's just texting this old guy
Right.
saying, "Yeah, wasn't it cool when we cuddled and stuff?"
Okay, that's not as bad then. I thought that's okay. So I did misunderstand. Some of that. still sounds like
because you kept like adding. It was like ex friends with ex benefits. It's like, wait a second,
You're adding extra
But-
exes and extra
Exactly, yeah,
friends.
yeah.
But also to
There's
be
a
fair,
lot of people
to be
involved
fair,
in
I
that.
also
benefits, friends with benefits once removed.
Right.
yeah, but
One's
to
a
be fair, I
beneficiary,
also
even though
only-
she's just my boss.
But again, I only just learned what POG is, so
Right.
I was like, maybe I'm out.
The acronyms are hard, dude.
Yeah,
If
maybe
you
I'm
think
out.
POG is crazy, wait till you learn about PEG. My God, it's so much wilder.
Wait until you get pegged by a pug.
Ah,
Or a
Pegged
gym
in
teacher.
by a pug with pop on.
she fell on top of me, and then I needed a new leg, and I had to be a gym coach.
Dirty
instead of a
version
football
of
player.
Dr. Seuss. Pegged by pog.
All right, Bobby, what's your final advice for that?
I think she's reminiscing with a past friends with benefits. you should start reminiscing with a future friends with benefits.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to go. And if this relationship is over, and if you want to do, you were getting into a little bit of mind games, which I appreciate. If you want to do peak mind games, ask, do you ever talk with friends with benefits? See how she responds. If she responds in the affirmative, say, do you think it would be inappropriate to talk about XYZ and trap her, and not physically trap her. Don't do that.
No.
No. That's
conversational.
That's unlawful imprisonment. That is a crime.
Yeah.
So, and then you break up with her. I like that. Say, I feel like we're just going in different places, or some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
Then because if she finds out you went through her phone,
Right.
you're forever the jealous guy who went through my phone.
True.
Yeah, for sure.
You know
That's
what I
how
mean?
that's how you're gonna get portrayed to the friends.
True.
And you might, if you break it off the way I just described, you might get a text a couple of months later reminiscing about the good physical times. And you got yourself a door open,
She
my
doesn't
friend.
seem to have a good memory.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to remember.
Also, this might be too conservative. I don't know. But the things that I text to my exes are happy birthday, and that's it. You know what I mean? But it sounds like you have a different relationship.
Yeah, things I text to my ex are nothing. I never text any of those bitches.
Oh, okay. You're even further down. Okay, interesting.
I'm not texting any of those losers.
Because you were saying like what's appropriate and what's not to text an ex, so I thought that meant that you texted exes, but that's not true.
No, I understand what you're saying, and I know people that are friends with their exes, but I'm more of a burn your bridges.
100%. 100%. I'm not like completely against people that do that if it makes them happy, whatever. But not only do I text my exes anymore, I killed them all for the insurance fund.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And that's how I paid for this palace you see behind me. That's right. Joel on YouTube says, "Yep, my ex and I met at one of my gigs. She started to complain about me playing shows all the time. I told her I was a guitar player when we met. I'll be a guitar player after you're gone too."
Nice!
Fuck yeah,
This
dude.
fucking Chad, dude.
Yeah, I love that.
Get it, Joel.
That is like a
Yeah.
goddamn song lyric from the 80s.
Hells
like a
yeah.
loud 80s metal band lyric. Joel on YouTube says, "My question is, how good are the benefits? That answer is important to the final form of my answer."
Oh yeah, I get from the friends with
Right,
part.
right.
Got
Yeah.
it.
You might, sir, if you're open to it, you might be able to get an orgy thing going on.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Maybe you invite a gym teacher.
Ooh, it's possible.
I mean, I would say, and the serious answer I have for her is, or him, I would just say, kind of like Suzanne was saying, if you go through somebody's phone and you find incriminating enough shit, doesn't matter how you got it, because in a relationship you're not really playing by the DEA's rules.
Yeah.
You're playing by the Kremlin's rules.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's
They
like,
never-
but
they-
Putin, this was unfair.
Yeah.
Yes, but we found it. So now you must
There's
go to
never a
Gulag.
time where they find child porn and go whoopsie.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, there's nothing we can do about it, Mr. Spacey. Go make 17 more movies. you
Right,
know?
right.
Yeah. Although he did get fined, not guilty, so sometimes it
That by the
But
way, that does happen though.
sometimes it does. Here it does. Yeah.
We were just talking about the fruit of the poisonous tree. Like that
Yeah,
does happen in a legal sense.
There
There has been cases.
That's why
where-
Cosby got freed. Yeah, that is why Cosby got freed. Yeah, it does happen. You know.
That
But-
yeah.
Because your thing is, if the crime is bad enough, we could do whatever we can to get that.
But
evidence.
that's what I'm saying,
Right.
though.
No,
I'm not
But
saying-
in a
yeah.
relationship, we're playing Kremlin rules, not U.S. DA rules.
Right.
Like, so you can just be like,
Yeah.
Here's
I,
why.
I see what you're saying.
Here's why I looked through your phone. 'Cause I got the inkling that you might be cheating.
Yeah.
Then I did.
Relationships,
Found out I was right.
relationships are not deemed to stay together
Yeah.
or break up based on
100%.
a jury of your peers' opinion.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So you have to
It's
just
based on
right.
your opinion, and I
Right.
would break up.
I say don't tell somebody you went through their phone unless you're doing it on your way out the door or you're kicking them out the door. One of the other, because at that point you're just sort of like, yeah, I did snoop through your phone. And I'm glad I did it because I found what I was worried about.
Right.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
You suck, you know? Or here's what you could do if you don't want to do that. You could basically create a fake number through Google and then sex that number.
Right.
And then you get really crazy. Talk about the trips at Disneyland. You remember after Pirates on the Caribbean, they had to sanitize that whole ride after we were done with it. My
Ew.
God, they could have let kids on it for like a week. It was, you know, you get fucking crazy with it. leave your phone open
Right.
just for her to and just sort of like leave the. And sext yourself from the other number.
I've been sexting
pictures
myself a lot
that you downloaded off of Google or YouPorn or something of just some naked lady, and like just some naked lady from the internet. Yeah, I'm thinking about you and the Pirates of the Caribbean.
I'm worried
right?
this guy's gonna lose his sense of self and fall in love with this fake profile he's made.
Yeah.
Oh, you think it's gonna be like a Joaquin Phoenix and her kind of situation? He's falling in love with his own AI. That's just him. It's just him beating off to his own brain.
Self-love is the best love, man.
He's sexting with his left hand and beating off with his right hand.
I thought that's what all guys did anyway.
Yeah.
Like you just like mute the porn and like you fill in her voice in your own
Just
head.
imagine she sounds
yeah.
like your mom or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your gym teacher, your
Yeah.
CCD teacher, religion teacher, whatever.
Yeah, sometimes I'll mute the porn, but I'll do the voices out loud. And I'll be like, hey, what the hell are you doing here, buddy? And I'll just do the whole
Yeah.
porn. It's great.
Oh, porn's now when men want to listen to women talk. Oh.
No, that's how much I hate hearing women talking. I mute them in porn, and then I do the moaning sounds.
That's what
100%.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm old school like that, damn it. I'm old school. See?
I hate hearing him do the fake orgasm sound because I'm reminded of when it happens in person. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's fake. I know it's fake.
No, here's the thing. I like fake orgasms more than real ones, dude, because real orgasms, that's just, somebody coming,
Yeah.
Well, if fake orgasms is them wanting me to feel good,
Well, there's two types of fake
was-
orgasms.
Real ones come from the loins, fake ones come from the heart. That's the way I see it.
Yeah,
true.
that's fine.
That's
I
gonna be
just
my
I like
t-shirt.
the I was sorry, this is the last thing I'll say, but like the eye roll,
Right.
That's my favorite. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like they're even especially like even in like my favorite's like in lesbian porn when they do the eye roll because I'm just like, ladies, it's just us. We don't need
Yeah.
we don't need to do this.
Right.
Like just do the
We know
do the
you're
thing.
doing this for coke money. You're a heterosexual woman who needs coke money.
Right.
I get it.
Yeah, I just don't like straight porn. I get it because then it's like more of like the guy fucking the girl fantasy. But like in lesbian porn, we're all smarter than that. Like, what are we doing?
You know the guys are watching the lesbian
I
porn.
know, but
yeah.
it's more
It's
of
for
like
show.
yeah, I get what you're saying, but again, it doesn't make sense. To
No,
me
it's true,
lesbian
because
porn.
let's face it, if porn actors were really good actors, like, they'd be winning Oscars and not fucking. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, they do have the AVN Awards, so don't forget about that.
Yeah.
my
that's true,
friend.
but
they have that.
I think
Alex
a
is
lot
hosting
of,
it next
Yeah,
year.
exactly. I will be.
Nice.
Right.
That's the thing is, I think a lot of those awards, call me a skeptic, call me whatever, I think a lot of those awards, or for one thing, political, it's all about who you know, and then also
Or who you blow.
It's or who you blow,
Right.
And even then, I think it's about the blowing on camera more than the acting around the porn. You know what I mean?
Right,
So,
that's fair.
Like,
It's also name recognition always helps.
It's
like,
more
you know,
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
it's
I'm
all
just saying
about
that. Yeah, like,
it's all about
Riley
fucking
Reid will
TikTok
take all the
followers,
awards,
just like anything else.
basically, because she's a famous star.
All right, we get it. We can talk about porn forever.
Right.
It's supposed to be a lightning round.
Can I mention something I've noticed more generally? 'Cause-
It's one of my eyes is smaller than the other. I know.
Dude, it's weird.
But
I have a wonky eye. Okay,
It's wonky as fuck.
It's more pronounced when I'm doing the eye rolling.
Yeah, it's creepy. I actually lost 37 pounds from making eye contact with the wonky one since the start of this episode.
I
Like, it
know.
was good for the first 15. I'm like, I'm in great shape, but now I'm like, what's happening to me? Damn you, wonky eye.
What are you about to say, Bobby?
I
Yes.
just noticed like the two guys, they're both under 30. I think one was 24 and one was 26, and it seems to be so obviously just leave the relationship, but they don't know that they don't even know it's an option.
Right.
They're like, should I raise this other man's child? Should I leave my girlfriend just because she's cheating on me? I feel like
And
we're.
Well,
went
I
through a phone,
have
and I
the
went through
answer
a
to your
phone.
question, and the answer is it's because we found this on Reddit.
Right.
This is not.
Right.
This is not that we pooled all males in America
True.
or
Right.
even in English mainly speaking countries.
Yeah.
And said, oh, okay, how would you react to the situation or whatever. It's because we found them on Reddit.
Yeah, Reddit's the bottom 5% of all things, and that's
it's
generous.
for people that are like, I either A, don't know how to brush my own teeth, or B, I do know how to brush my own teeth, but I need your approval to do so. It
Yeah.
is always one
A
of
room
those.
of
wild.
men where if Alex and I walked in, we'd be the fucking alphas. We'd be like,
Exactly.
we actually run this place.
Right.
Yeah.
I would, yeah. I mean, maybe, yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, the one guy's being cucked by his own gym teacher
And his
from
parents
high
are telling
school,
him to
and
raise
his
the
own
fucking
parents
kid,
seem
right.
to be on board.
Yeah,
with
like
it.
what? How high of your intelligence if your parents are telling you to raise the kid? I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
it's pretty rough, dude.
Yeah. I feel bad
Joanna,
for the guy. Yeah.
Joanna on YouTube says, so the lesson of the day, kids, is how do you blow? Joel on YouTube says they teach that in gym class.
Yeah, they do.
They apparently do. They don't teach how to do it safely
Felicia.
at all.
I never
It's,
learned
Well,
that.
they didn't blow.
No,
they didn't use
no.
the gun. They weren't going to the mouth, my friend.
Didn't waste a drop.
Yeah. That's not where the load went.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jake, what's your final advice for this question?
My final advice for this question would be to, I guess, make the fake. Oh no! Okay. What if you did this? What if you did this? Save. Go into her phone again. Go into her phone again. But this time you find the guy's name.
Oh,
If
I know
it's-
you're gonna say
yeah.
this is the best idea
Yeah.
ever.
You find his name. And if it's saved in there, you save like the same name just with like a space or something, or like one thing spelled a little, and make him think it's you, or make
Yeah.
you think.
Oh,
Or,
I thought
sorry,
you
make
were
her
just
think
gonna say
that it's
to
him.
replace the number. Yeah.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's even smarter. You were thinking what I was thinking, but in a way that it would
Yeah.
work.
Right.
So it's go in there, delete his stuff, change the numbers to yours, and then just start texting fucking wonky shit. Start texting about Disneyland. Start
great
asking a
idea.
role play about being a gym teacher. You know, just do weird stuff. Be like, you ever jerk off to that weird cake fart porn? Boy, do I. Will you send me a video of you farting on a cake and just see the wildest shit you can do? Block his actual number in the phone. Block it.
Yeah.
I mean, go to the phone company and be like, I think he's a serial killer. He's a crazed
Yes.
ex who I think
Yes.
murdered my cousin.
Yeah.
And just tell him whatever you got to tell him, you know? And just get that one blocked. You're the new number. You send her stuff as the other dude and just go fucking bananas.
I like
Yeah.
that. That's good advice right there.
Yeah.
Yup.
And then
Okay.
you're sexting with your girlfriend again.
Right.
Oh my God.
Everything's
It's-
back to normal.
It's like a much darker version of that song, Do You Like Pina Coladas? Where it's done through texting and someone might end up dead.
Do you like anal fisting?
That on it.
Because it's the only way I come.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I think we answered that question. We answered all of our
Absolutely.
questions. So great this week.
Yes,
So,
this was
yeah.
a great episode. Thank
Great
you so much
episode.
to our
Yeah, thank you
two
for having
awesome
us.
guests. Thank you to Alex Davenport. Thank you to Bobby Sheehan.
Thank you for having
You guys
us.
should find them online. You should like and subscribe to this podcast if you haven't done so already, man.
Yes.
Thank you to our awesome listeners, especially the ones who listened live and commented. Thank you to Joel on YouTube. Thank you to Joanne. Thank you to, who was that earlier, man? Doyle? Was it Doyle?
Donnell.
Donnell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you to everybody out there. Until next week, like and subscribe. We're here every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Later.